Oh, Kendra. Girl. Really? So, YouTube, welcome back. Thinking Out Loud, where I vocalize and verbalize my thoughts, opinions, theories, ideas, and facts on said video, unprofessionally, if I may add. Don't forget to let your mama and everybody know that this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. You can go do your own research and form your own opinions, thoughts, theories, ideas, and facts in the comment section down below as well. And make sure you keep the comment section clean and never mean, because we do not do hatred over here. And don't forget that a happy person doesn't hate, and a hater, well, honey, they ain't never happy. If you haven't already, make sure you're liking, subscribing, and click that bell notification so you can get the latest video that has been up. That way you'll be done joined the TOL community. I do not own copyrights to anything that you may see on here. Just strictly giving my undivided attention and opinion. Today's story comes out of Muskegon Heights, Michigan. Okay? And it is a kind of funny story, something I've never seen or heard before. I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. I've not heard of this before or seen this ever happen before, especially for a female. But oh my goodness, guys, y'all have got to listen to this. You've got to listen to this. So stick around and let's find out. And without further ado, let's go on and get into it. So imagine you're a police officer, okay? You've got a suspect in the back of your car, and they are handcuffed behind their back, okay? Literally. The windows are all rolled up, and you're just feet away searching their vehicle. Like, literally, the vehicle is in front of the cop car, okay? And you assume that they are secure, right? I mean, you secured everybody you've ever put in the back of your police car or your trooper. What do they call it? What's the term that they call it? I guess trooper or dang, what is the word I'm trying to look for? I'm sure I'll find out. I'm sure I'll find out what the word is here in just a minute. But anyways. But you think that they're secured because everybody that you ever put in there before is secure, right? This has never happened to you before. So you just don't realize that this is going to happen. So anyways, well, this month in Muskegon, I hope I'm saying that right. Muskegon Heights, Michigan, a woman proved that assuming is exactly what you should never do in police work. A bystander's camera was rolling during a traffic stop, and what it captured is now a viral sensation. While officers were distracted just a few feet away, 38-year-old Kendra Aney did something completely unexpected. She didn't pick the lock. She didn't bribe the cops. And all she did was simply wiggled. A wiggling sensation. So today, we're going to be diving deep into the bizarre story of Kendra Aney's, I hope I'm saying her last name right, spelled A-N-E-Y, great window escape, her 3-day illusion of the authorities, and exactly how she got caught. This is where the story gets wild. While Aney was in the squad car, the officers were distracted. They were reportedly a short distance away conducting an inventory search of her on her original vehicle, which was actually parked in front of the trooper. I believe that's what they call their squad cars. And this is where two critical elements aligned for Kendra Aney. First, her physical size. She appears to be quite small and slender. And second, a tiny procedural oversight. The rear window of the patrol car was allegedly, left partially open, just a few inches. No lie. Annie realized that she had enough room, right? Footage captured by a stunned bystander shows her wiggling and maneuvering through that small gap. And when I say small gap, you remember when you were riding in the back of your parents' cars and they would roll the window down and they would only go like halfway down, and you're like, roll it on down, that's as far as it would go. That's pretty much where it was, right? So remember, her hands are cuffed behind her. So this required extreme contortion. First, her head came out, okay? Then one shoulder, then the other. In a burst of pure desperation, she slid her entire body through that narrow opening and dropped to the asphalt. She landed instantly, scrambled to her feet, and she didn't think twice about it, honey. Bolted in the opposite direction of the officers like a bat out of hell. The officers searching her vehicle didn't even realize that she was gone until minutes later. And you could see that right after she'd bolted, I guess he was fixing to go ask her a question. You know how when they're searching a vehicle or something and they probably found something or they got a question about something and then they decide to come back to the cruiser. That's what they call them cars. Cruiser. And they come back to the cruiser and they go to, you can see on the body cam photos, like on other videos that you see online, where they come back to the cruiser and they go to asking a question. I believe that's what he was trying to do. Was come back to the cruiser to ask her a question because he thought of a question to ask. And when he got back to the cruiser, honey, you could see in the video that I'm going to show you here in just a second, for those of you that have not seen it, he stands there and looks at it, and then he didn't even open the door. He just walks around the other side, like walks around the back side of the cruiser, and then walks around, and then you can see he walk up, and then another cop comes up to him, and that's all the video that I've gotten. But really, it's insane. That is insane. The immediate search yielded nothing because Kendra Aney had vanished into the Muskegon Heights neighborhood, and she went from being secured in the back of a cruiser to gone with the wind and disappeared. Literally was a high priority fugitive within less than 60 seconds. Nearly 3 days, she successfully eluded the authorities, but we now know what she was likely doing during the entire time. About an hour after her dramatic escape, police believe Annie broke into a nearby residence, which is this house right here on Peck. It says Peck Street, but this is the house that when you look it up, this is the house that they give you, allegedly, that she was at. So the charges currently facing her suggest that she remained at large by moving through residential areas, hiding in shadows, and finding empty properties, like properties for sale or whatever. And so that's what brought me, like when you pop it up, that was the house that had popped up. So, I'm just allegedly that's the house. Whether it is or not, I don't know. That's just the one that popped up when I did my research. You guys may actually find the proper or the right house, but I don't know. But the clock eventually ran out on Tuesday, March the 31st, which was yesterday, honey. Hey, imagine this being an April Fool's. Like the day, if it were to have been like today. Like April Fool's. Like the cop got an early April Fool's, didn't he? Like, put her in the cop car and be like, April Fool's, I'm gone. April Fool's. That's a huge April Fool's right there. I bet that cop was like, honey, you just don't know the April Fools that I went through today. I will pay close attention. But Kendra I even seen a comment on the video, right? It was like, oh, she's did this before. Let her go. And boy, were they right. We'll get to that in just a second. Around 9 a.m., after nearly 3 days on the run, police acting on leads located Kendra. She was found allegedly hiding in an abandoned residence, which again was what this popped up when you ask for the residence that she was found at. Officers arrested her without further incident. She was taken to the Muskegon County Jail, where she remains in custody. She isn't just dealing with that parole violation warrant anymore. Kendra Aney now faces serious new charges, including, but not limited to, oh, and we're going to say this. Person is innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. Okay? This is all alleged, although we do have video proven, but, just saying. We got to put it out there. But her first one is escape from lawful custody, breaking and entering, and the third one, larceny. It was a brilliant 60-second escape, but a very costly 3 days. That is absolutely true. That is the first time ever I have ever seen that before. But this is not her first go around, honey. Let's see. Her first sentence was, I don't have dates on here. Oh, yeah, I do. 07/19/2016 was the date of the offense. She got arrested for controlled substance delivery, manufacturing narc or coke. Was it NAR/COC, 50 grams. Minimum sentence was 7 years, 0 months, and 0 days. Okay. Maximum sentence was 20 years. All right. So her offense date was 07/19/2016, like I said, and the county of Muskegon. So they know this girl really well. That's the reason why they were searching her vehicle, because that's why right there. It says that the date of sentence was 02/27/2017. Her conviction type was plea. So she pled to that. Let's see. Hold on, I got others. There's a code on here too. I do want to say that. 769.25, and I looked it up, the Code of Criminal Procedure, which is an excerpt, and this is what it looks like right here. This is what I got. It says 769.12, punishment for subsequent felony following conviction of 3 or more felonies, sentence for terms of years considered indeterminate sentence, use of conviction to enhance sentence, prohibited, eligibility for parole, provisions not in derogation of consecutive sentence definitions. And that's just the section, that's just, that's their legislation or whatnot. But that was her first sentence I just called out. Her second one was larceny in a building, an attempt. I guess it was attempt. Well, no, it says attempt. So she got 2 years and 0 months for that. The date of offense for that was earlier than that, which was 06/07/2010. And the sentence date was 09/13/2010. And it says she was discharged on October. So this woman she had a warrant, okay, is what was stating. She had a warrant when they looked for her because she was on probation. And it was a probation violation warrant. And so that's why she was in the back of the cruiser to begin with. And so they went ahead and they had all means to search her vehicle because, one, on her past record, it shows that she's already been convicted of any kind of drugs or whatever. They're going to search your vehicle. I'm just going to tell you. It's just, for anybody and everybody that don't know that, if you have anything on your thing, on your sheet, your rap sheet, that says anything about any of that, the first thing they're going to do is ask you if they can search your vehicle. Because it's already in your past. They're going to take your past and use it against you. That's the way the system works. And once you're in it, it's so hard to get out of it. Just going to tell you. So then it said, okay, so she got out 10/25/2010. All right. She was out within months. So she was on probation, I assume, because it says probation violator discharge reason was a probation violator technical violation. And that's what it's showing right here. Okay, so I got all that. This was her biographical information, her MDOC number, okay, at the top. Then you got her name, Kendra Aney, I guess. 5'4", 136. She was small. Date of birth, she was 38 years old. And they took this image on 4/12/2021. And that's exactly what she looked like when she was coming out of the back of that cruiser, except for she had her hair down and she had some hoop earrings on. Okay. That girl was headed somewhere. Alright. So, but it does say that the drivers were identified, but the police turned their attention to the female passenger. Oh, so she was the passenger of the vehicle. Using a portable fingerprint scanner, which is increasingly common technical for rapid identification, they discovered something that charged the trajectory of the stop. Kendra had an outstanding warrant. This wasn't a traffic ticket. She was wanted for a serious parole violation. Officers arrested Kendra. Standard protocol. Her hands were cuffed behind her back, and she was secured in the rear passenger seat of the Muskegon Heights patrol vehicle. And so, there you go. And we're going to focus here in just a second. I've got her marks and tattoos, whatever. So she's got, so she was on parole, and whatever. I just told you about that. Her her abscon date was January 12th, 2026. So that was the date that they gave her. That, so that was a few months ago. Her names are Kendra Aney, Kendra Lee Edwards also is what she goes by. That's her aliases. She has tattoos all over her body. I'm not going to name all these tattoos. That's insane. You already know what she looked like in the video. We don't have to do all that. She's not wanted now. They found her. So we ain't got to go through all that. But yes. We are fixing to... So anyways, yeah. April Fools, but I don't know. She's probably still dreaming right now. But like one said, did this before, yes. So she's been there, done that. She may not have done what she did the last 3 or 4 days ago, but they knew her really well. Let's just put it that way. She was known. But you know what? You can't judge a book by its cover, because I looked at her and I said, now that girl, she's just too pretty to be getting in trouble like that. And Lord, you just never know. I don't know. Anyways, shit happens. People, you can't judge a book by its cover, and it's just things happen. But that girl was getting somewhere, and that was the first time I've ever seen that. Like you know, literally, I've seen people like bust windows out or try to bust windows out of cop cars and this and that, and been known to do that, but it literally, I was waiting on the window to bust. Like, I was waiting on her, but she got over that window and she never touched it. Anywho, y'all let me know what your thoughts and opinions or comments are on this. Put it down in the comment section. I think this is like crazy. It was hilarious. I'm sorry. I laughed. I thought it was funny. Just stuff you don't see every day. But yeah, I just got off work, so I'm fixing to go lay down here in just a minute. I know I don't have my face on. I look a hot mess. I need to go get a shower, and then I need to go lay down. And it is like currently 9:27 a.m. in the morning. So yeah, so you guys, now I'm fixing to show you the video, and then y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. And just let me know what you think. That's all I know. So I love you guys. You be safe out there. And yeah. Don't forget to say your prayers. All right.
Shit, you listen, look. Don't tell him nothing. Don't say shit. Damn. Oh my f***ing God, this is live. They don't even see. They don't even see. They gonna kill her. They gonna beat the f*** out of her. Look. Y'all seen it live. This is live. Oh my f***ing God. They didn't see this, bro. Oh my.